So last night in the debate, Donald Trump using new language, stating, quote, "We are building a much bigger, much stronger Republican Party," he said. So what is the impact of Chris Christie's vote of confidence today? Guy Benson is the political editor of townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Howie Kurtz is host of Media Buzz. Gentlemen, welcome. Good to see you both as always.
Hi, Martha.
Guy, let me start with you. You are a voice for conservatives across this country, and Chris Christie put his position behind Donald Trump tonight. It's an important endorsement, no?
It definitely is, and I think that this was a master stroke by the Trump campaign. Just brilliant for two reasons. First, they managed to convince a once popular governor to take his credibility and his reputation that he's built over his adult lifetime and apply it to try to confer some credibility upon Donald Trump, a man who, as you just pointed out, he had criticized sharply on a number of fronts during his own failed presidential campaign. But secondly, Martha, more importantly, in my view, from a conservative perspective, this was the Trump campaign turning the page in the media narrative away from last night's debate, at which Donald Trump was habitually and repeatedly exposed and humiliated by Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, two sharp young conservatives with vastly superior knowledge on virtually every issue that came up. And so I think that was this morning a realization, Donald Trump waking up saying, wow, I got beaten pretty badly last night. He's fired off some insulting tweets against Marco Rubio, rife with misspellings. Rubio mocked him on television. He had to delete them. I think the Trump campaign needed to turn attention away from all of that, and the Christie endorsement timing was helpful.
Well, you know, obviously Donald Trump feels he did great last night in the debate. Well, he always feels very strong coming out of these debates, and his supporters would agree, no doubt.
They would.
But your point is right on, that it was a master stroke in terms of moving the conversation, and it almost feels, Howie, that the Trump campaign sort of has it in its docket, sort of like, okay, ready for this one, as if you're putting another one in the barrel, and then when the next moment comes along, let's roll out that. It's very, very well done in terms of the way it plays in the media, would you say?
Well, yeah. In fact, I'm told that Donald Trump had this endorsement in his back pocket for some time, choosing today to roll it out. I don't agree that he was exposed and humiliated in the debate. It was a rough barroom brawl of a debate, and he got scratched up at times as he went toe-to-toe, especially with Marco Rubio. But here's the thing. Endorsements, I think, matter a lot more to the media than to average voters. This one is important for this reason. The Republican establishment, the remnants of the establishment, and the conservative media establishment are right now engaged in a last-minute, last-gasp, somewhat desperate effort to stop Trump from rolling to this nomination and to paint him as a dangerous figure who is a threat to conservatism, to the Republican Party, and to the country. Along comes Chris Christie, two-term governor in a blue state, who had been up there on the presidential stage, not only lending his credibility to Trump, but kind of opening the door for other establishment figures to do the same. And I'm told the Trump campaign has about a half dozen other statewide officials it will roll out as well.
All right, to Marco Rubio now. One of his senior advisors, Todd Harris, said this today. It has been made plain as day over the last 8 months or so, the media is not interested in covering the substance. The media wants to cover the circus. If we have to be part of the circus in order to get people to pay attention to Marco's substantive policy positions, then let us in the ring. That sounds pretty harsh in terms of what their strategy is right now, Guy.
Yeah, but they have to, right? And the way that Trump has operated has been very successful. Just look, with this new Christie endorsement, all three major cable news outlets covered that press conference live. I watched his rally in Oklahoma all over cable news earlier tonight. They give him tons of free airtime because of the circus-like atmosphere and the ratings that it brings in. He's the leading candidate too, Guy. I mean, he's leading everybody by a mile at the moment. That's true, although they've been giving him tons and tons of airtime, vastly overshadowing any other candidate across the dial. And so I think what the Rubio campaign is saying, like, all right, if that's the appetite out there in the media, we can play into that as well. We saw a preview of it at the debate, and then Rubio today really coming after Trump hard at a rally in Dallas. That got some attention as well.
Yeah, we're going to look at Marco Rubio this afternoon. As you say, it was a pretty strong performance by him as well, and he is not backing down. In fact, he is accelerating his attacks on Donald Trump today, so we're going to show everybody a little bit of that as well. Howie and Guy, good to see you both. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.